Sometimes the things we do, like you had mentioned, the things we do we think are going to make us feel better actually make us feel 100 times worse.
I would love to hear your thoughts on how to overcome those challenges, because I think it's a
Yeah.
different set, and I think you probably have a really good takeaway for that.
Yeah, it is interesting. I say kind of, back up to the beginning of that. And I don't believe anymore. I did for many, many years of kind of being that all or nothing, right? Like I don't love that I follow this strict plan and I am so strict. I actually don't even advise my clients for cheat days or anything like that anymore. I help women figure out a way that they can live all the time so that they don't ever want to stop, right? So you just like create your own plan. A lot of times when you're following, like you said, like, oh, I'm just going to be perfect. I'm going to do everything perfect and I'm going to exercise and that's perfect. And then I'm going to eat all these things and that's exactly perfect. We feel like when we make one little slip, we may as well make it like a complete, tumble and all the way down the hill, right? But I think it is kind of that it's just a practice of kind of catching yourself and realizing that sometimes the things we do, like you had mentioned, the things we do we think are going to make us feel better actually make us feel 100 times worse. So it's paying attention to what's actually going on and just being honest, right? Taking full responsibility and saying, like looking at right now and just saying, if that being on a really strict diet does not work because it makes you think about cookies and cake and ice cream all day long, then don't do that anymore, right? Like give yourself, if there's one thing, like give yourself that little thing that you want to enjoy, because a little bit doesn't have to turn into all of it, right? So it's all just about that perspective that we give ourselves, that a lot of people come to me and they're like, well, I don't know, I'm all or nothing. I'm like, really? So like when you start running, you're going to like run all the miles always? Like you're going to just start, but you're like then never going to stop? I don't believe that. I don't think you're all or nothing in everything. It's just we get used to an approach that we've told ourselves is what we do. And we just are in the habit of thinking that that's the only way it can be. And so I always talk with my clients about we're not allowed to go in the past and talk about what you've done in the past. We're not allowed to think too far into the future because we're not there yet. We're just going to practice being right here.
Are you looking to scale your business but trying to figure out how to get your message across? Well, go to storyselling.how to grab my free course that will show you how to discover everything that you need to build your business through stories. These stories work whether it's in social media, email, or public speaking. There are 5 core stories that you'll learn. You'll be able to use all of them by the time you're done with this course. Again, that is storyselling.how. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to tune in next time.